I mean, I guess I have to make another excuse, right? You know, the first time I said I was sick, that wasn't really sick. That was like a brief illness for like a day and a half. This time, it was like full-fledged sick. I'm talking coughing so much that I feel like my heart is gonna pop out. I'm talking can't breathe. I'm talking no sleep during the night. It was terrible. I'm pretty sure I had like a fever. It felt like I was being dunked in like ice water, but then also being thrown into a volcano at the same time. So it was pretty pleasant. Now I'm back. I might sound a little nasally. I might cough every now and then, but like I'm fine. So it's time to make the video. Today we are going to be doing a video on Kappa. So Kappa started off as a sock and underwear company called Maglificio Calcificio Torinese. I'm definitely butchering that so hard. I'm sorry if like someone knows Italian or something and knows how bad that was, but well, what can I do? You know, I can't really do anything about it. It's actually short form to MCT, so we'll just call it that. The company started in 1916 in Turin, Italy. The person who started the company was actually called Abramo Vitali. In 1956, there was a return shipment of product, like faulty product, from the company, and the new product that was put out by MCT was branded with a K and also had the word control on it, which actually had origins from a German name. And later after that, MCT actually became one of the leading contributors of underwear and like socks and undergarments in the Italian area. In 1968, Maurizio Vitali, the founder's great grandson and now managing director, saw John Lennon in an interview wearing like a military t-shirt, and that's actually sparked an idea for him. And of course, this t-shirt was actually belonged to a casualty of the Vietnam War at the time. The idea that Mauricio had was that he actually had like a whole bunch of t-shirts, unused t-shirts just lying around the warehouse, like literally like thousands. He decided to dye them all green, and he had them designed with stars and like military insignia. And this was actually the start of the I cannot roll my R's. I can't do it. So I'm butchering it really bad, but this is the start of the Rob the Kappa brand. There you go. It sounds so stupid. I'm just gonna call it the brand, okay? So at this time, the brand actually started to reach a lot of young buyers with the introduction of the Homage logo. The Homage logo, like, you might not know it right away, but of course it'll pop up right here. And of course the origins of this brand, like how it started, was during a photo shoot. There was of course a man and a woman back to back, and the idea was that they just take the silhouette, and that's really it. That was the brand idea. The logo does have a bit of a deeper meaning. The logo itself actually represents the equality between a man and a woman, and it also represents the mutual support that a man and a woman have for each other. And of course, it also meant that the brand was meant to be like unisex. It was meant to be for everybody. And in the 1970s, Rob the Kappa. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. In the 1970s, the brand actually got its own sports department, and this sports department was later renamed to Kappa. The Kappa brand itself started to gain a lot of traction. In 1979, it was actually the sponsor to Juventus FC, and Kappa also outfitted the US track and field team in the Olympic Games in '84 in LA and '88 in Seoul. 7 years after Mauricio's death, MCT went bankrupt. At this point, Marco Boglione. I'm sorry. You guys are probably cringing right now, but I'm really trying my best. This is full effort. What's the meme? It's not much, but that one doesn't work. So this guy Marco, which was actually MCT's old marketing director, he bought MCT and he relaunched Kappa and robbed the Kappa. During the relaunch of Kappa during the 90s, popularity actually surged a lot with the introduction of the 222 bandit tracksuit. And I'm sure you guys know what this is. This is one of the most popular, I think, Kappa products. Like if someone was to get Kappa, this is probably the first thing they get. And after this tracksuit launched, sport-related fashion in general just really started just popping up. Of course, since Kappa was a popular brand now, it was getting free publicity from all types of people, including even the Spice Girls. So yeah, it's a fun fact for you right there. Kappa today is definitely now an urban, like street style powerhouse. It's very popular. It's one of those ones where you go into the store and you see it and you look at the price and you gotta have like a quick double take, because it's like, wow, that's really expensive. But people will buy it. Clothes are expensive because people will buy it. That's just the name of the game. Yeah, they're very popular now. They've even collabed with Disney. Like who like usually, you know, like fashion brands will collab with other fashion brands, but no. You guys are like, oh, you guys are collabing with fashion brands? Pfft, man, let's just go collab with Disney real quick. Disney is crazy. Disney's gonna run the world one day. I'm telling you. Mark my words. They're gonna buy everything and they're gonna own everything. It's gonna be a dystopian world where Disney is the leader of everything. But yeah, Kappa. Oh yeah, one thing that's interesting about these really old brands is that they seem to always have this chance of kind of like resurrecting and coming back into the fold, because people now, I think, really like there's a movement to more like retro fashion now. Like we're shooting back to like an 80s look, or maybe even like a 90s look. I think the brands used to exist back then, like a lot longer ago, because this brand was literally started in 1916. That's literally over 100 years ago. It's ridiculous. But I think these old brands have a chance of being revived, because anything can happen now, and the retro brands really they grab people's attention. So yeah, that was a brief history of Kappa. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.